Random Witchcraft with Vix.
And Callie. Yo, what up, people?
Welcome to the shenanigans for our very first episode.
This is our baby, the start. The patient zero of it all.
True.
Because why not? We're just going to start the zombie apocalypse, just witchcraft style.
Yeah.
Who says can't lend us little demons to come up here and help us take over the world?
Okay, we're not Pinky in the Brain.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Marf!
With this episode, we are starting off with a little background with us.
Yes, we are.
With our craziness, our random, chaotic lives.
Random chaotic, that's putting it lightly there, hun.
And the random witchcraft that we practice, that we love. A little bit of magic, mystique. And I'm not talking about the X-Men.
Are you sure? Because that's what you made it sound like. I'm just saying.
So
Again.
I have a good question for you.
Word up.
What got you into the craft? And not the movie.
Are you sure? Because I was going to go there. Like, we are the weirdos, mister.
Well, there is that saying that you're not a real witch if you didn't at least try to do the binding spell from the craft.
Well, I've tried doing it on you, bitch. Let's be honest.
Did it work?
I binded myself to you. That's the crazy part.
Oh, blood magic. Ain't it fun?
Yeah. Yeah. On occasions. On occasions.
So what did bring you to the craft?
Wanting to find actually who I was. I was defined before by what others wanted of me.
Yeah, I kind of got into it because I wanted to find who I was.
It was me finding who I was, but also learning that the belief system that I grew up with was very, very so much flawed.
And what were you brought up with?
I was baptized, First Communion, confirmed Catholic. I was the youngest catechist of the church. And it was until after my 15th birthday that I was like, I believe there's something higher out there. Can't put a name on it. I just know that there was something higher out there. And I went and looked for it. It wasn't until, she's a bit of a mutual friend of ours, that in high school, that she ended up telling me to go to our very own metaphysical shop here where we live at.
Yeah, I think we've both grown up there.
And
a little insight, because I know you can't see us. She is not of the white persuasion.
No.
She is...
No, I'm not.
Very much Hispanic.
No, honey.
She's
honey,
very much Latin.
No.
She doesn't hiss or panic.
I don't hiss. No, I panic. I'm a Mexican. Because I can do it.
You can do it.
I can do it.
There is a very big, rich history in Mexican magic.
Yes, there is.
And
Santeria is a very, very deep, not just in Mexican culture, it's very deep in the Latin America. It has different aspects, different for every ancestor that taught the younger generation.
And a lot of different folkways.
There is so many different things just heading into the fact of doing a simple cleansing on someone.
And of course the fun superstitions.
Oh, yes. The fun superstitions that I didn't know. Well, I didn't know that there were Santeria superstitions until I started to gain more knowledge of stuff that I experienced when I was younger. My parents did have a little bit of the what they call folk magic now, as what the older Latin generation will call it. They don't really say what it is anymore. Yeah. Because of their superstition that's kept within the family. If you're not family, you're not allowed to know what happens in that practice.
With the brujas.
Well, it's not just with the brujas, because the brujos are it's the hierarchy of it all. With Santeria, yes, there's a high priestess, but she doesn't make decisions for the family. She's just there to nurture, do the cleansing, make the medicine, make the people out of the family feel better. And make sure that you're doing your devotions correctly.
I have heard that.
And it's very much so male-dominated practice. Because they go along with what most religions go with on the man is the head of the household.
Very patriarchal, which I think I said that wrong.
Yeah, it's very patriarchal. It's very But it's not really, because if you really think about it,
the woman is usually the one that's actually in control.
Yeah.
Treating the man like a puppet.
It's not treating the man like a puppet. If you find the right partnership, in any partnership, you're going to end up noticing that it's neither one of them controlling the other person.
There's a reason why there's the saying, happy wife, happy life.
True. But then again, that statement was made from our older generation.
Yeah.
In our older generation, let's be honest, and very few of our older generation have had healthy, stable relationships.
Very true.
But
there are the ones that have been together for a long, long, long time.
Them high school sweethearts.
Yeah, with my background, growing up, we really didn't have actual religion.
Yeah. Like, most people don't really have an actual religion. They do stuff because family obligations, something that they were taught, that you go to a place of worship on Easter or whatever, stuff, holiday or...
Yeah, my mother was raised Roman Catholic, typical Irish mutt family that we have that don't
Yeah.
know exactly what all entails. Which, that was interesting with my grandmother. Getting older.
Yeah.
Her telling me that I was going to hell for being gay. And then also giving me clothing for drag. Funny that. Crazy old woman.
Well, there's a thing, because when I told my family that I was a bisexual,
Yes, we kind of represent the full rainbow flag.
oh yes, we do. I, I say I'm bisexual because,
And in a lot of ways, very genderqueer, very
very
gender
fluid. Very fluid. We both are. But when I came out to my mom, it was like there was no way that the daughter that she raised, the one that would say, read the Holy Scriptures on Sunday, would be that, because my soul would just be in the fires of damnation. And my simple answer to her was, well, Mom, you said you gave birth to the Antichrist. You didn't give birth to the Antichrist. I am Satan himself.
And then you have me, Vampiro.
Yes, the nickname that forever will stick in my family for you. Vampiro, the vampire.
The irony is, I do share a birthday with Damien from The Omen.
Yeah, you do.
If you do your research, you'll be able to figure that one out.
Yeah. But then again, my mom, because I was supposed to be born on a very, very famous man's birthday, decided that no.
Wait, didn't they think that you were a boy originally?
Mm-hmm.
I think they were right.
Yeah, my name was supposed to be Victor Manuel.
I actually like that name. Surprised they didn't.
Name me Victoria?
Manuela.
I was close. Trust me. My dad tried every which way to convince my mother. But then again, to my dad's own fault, he named me after a certain celebrity that didn't know what monogamy was. So,
Isn't that like 90% of the Spanish-speaking novellas?
no. Depending. If we're gonna end up going with like the classics, like Dos Mujeres Un Camino, then yeah, we'll probably end up going that way. Because, he had to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah. In English speaking, we get the honeymooners. Pow to the moon!
Yes, but also, you had I Love Lucy.
Yeah, the little mixture of both.
Mm-hmm. But
Ricky!
Lucy, you have some explaining to do.
You got to explain.
No, I'd rather be as spooky.
Spooky?
Yes, as spooky.
That we are.
Well, we did scare people out of a park, so.
Ooh, here's a fun question for you.
Okay, let's see.
What is the first spell you remember trying to cast?
In full disclosure, I was very, very, when I started my magical journey.
I don't even think I know this answer.
No, you don't. And not that we've been like thick as thieves for like ever. You don't, yeah. You don't know this one. My first spell was, it was painful. I tried influencing someone. I tried causing very, very, very bad harm.
We will leave that at that. That's for a future episode.
Yes, but you actually know the person that I tried doing this to.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I remember it was probably about between like 7, 8, 9. I remember calling the winds and them actually responding. I am a Gemini. It is an air sign. Makes sense. Being innocent and a child. And this was before I actually found the craft.
Do you want to hear something that my mom told me when I was just a mere child?
What is that?
My mom knew that the house that we lived in had their resident spirits there.
The house spirits.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was the lady that passed away that sold them the house.
How did she sell the house if she passed away?
Before. She was moving when she had died in the house.
Oh.
But she was there. And this is when my mother and father decided to change their way of being who they were and going straight Catholic. And I was about 4. And she says that I came running out of my room, pointing at the restroom, saying, "It's still there, I'm not going in." And
do you remember this, or were you told this?
I remember me not wanting to go into the restroom. And fighting the fact that it was bath time and having to go starting preschool the very next day. Everyone was like, "I don't want to take you a bath in the morning when it's cold. So you're going to take a bath." And I kept screaming at her, saying that I'm not going in there. And she was like, she had forced my older brother to hold me down to take a bath. And there was a sulfur smell that came from the water.
Basically brimstone.
Mm-hmm. That...
Not a good sign.
Oh no, and my brother just left me in the bath water.
That sounds interesting. Yeah, speaking of spirits, I don't even remember the first time I've ever...
After that, yeah.
I don't even remember the first time I actually experienced a spirit. It's kind of always happened.
That was my first time, and after that, it was interesting. Because Vix can even say, yes, that still happens. I will be sitting there in complete silence, and all of a sudden, I'll be like, did you say something to me?
Yeah, that's a constant thing. Part of the time I'm ignoring what is actually...
You ignore them so they pester me. When sometimes they just want to talk to you, not to me.
It's boundaries. Always set your boundaries.
True. Boundaries are important. But I still remember the first time that I ever spent the night at your house. The next day you end up telling me, why were you talking in your sleep all night?
Actually, I know which house you're talking about, and that house was a whole different concept. There was 4 different spirits there.
And a demon.
That wasn't a demon. That was an actual spirit of an actual person that passed on. That was also not the best person while he was living.
What makes you think he's still a spirit, though?
He was a predator when he was alive.
Yeah.
Not saying he was a good spirit. He was more of a dark entity that liked to prey upon females, especially young females. But that's pretty much what his life consisted of too, so... That is one of the 4. Another one was a young girl. There was also a trickster that liked to mimic people's voices.
She really didn't mimic anybody's voice.
Oh, she would mimic voices.
Yeah, but not with me.
And then you have the old woman that came around when people were sick or not feeling well, and she would console them while they were sleeping, which I'd seen her quite a few times. And then the younger woman that would just stroll through walls.
Yeah, no, yeah. She creeped me the hell out.
Yeah, the little girl was very, very active. She was constant. The other 3 were not.
No, the young woman one? She was active when I was around your house. She didn't like me around you.
You're about the only one that's ever actually said that she's actually made any indication that she acknowledged anyone that was there.
No, she didn't like me around you. She would tell me that I was bad news for you.
She must like me. Mind you, I don't live in that house anymore.
No, but she has followed you around.
Yeah. Just one of the group.
Hence the reason why we have wards in your room.
Quite a few.
But other than that, now I have a question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather...
This already sounds bad.
maybe, just a little. But, would you rather give up the knowledge of what you've learned in the craft to save a person, or Would you rather spread false stuff about the craft?
Give up the craft to save someone or spread false information?
Yes, like, the one person we heard that was scamming people.
Yeah, I would probably give it up to save someone.
I would too.
Because I would never actually spread false information just to
That's because,
benefit myself.
yeah. But also, we're both creatures of knowledge, and we devour knowledge like nobody's business.
Yeah.
I think our highest debt in the world is probably the books that we own.
Probably. As I look at my bookshelves.
Not that you have a lot of bookshelves.
Here's one for you.
Hmm.
Where would you say that you fit within the craft? What aspect would you say that your practice is? And no, I'm not asking what kind of witch you are, because that's redundant and pointless. This isn't witch talk.
No, let's not even get started on witch talk.
Fun thoughts.
For later.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
But not everything is
my
so pretty.
respects to some of the people on Witch Talk. They actually do their research.
Some.
Like I said, some of them do. Others, and I hate, and honestly, in my opinion, too many people gatekeep for the wrong reason.
I've seen a lot of gatekeeping of information that they don't even have the correct information in the first place.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty. Real
yes. Like I said, some of them do end up doing their research, giving that information on Witch Talk. Others end up doing a lot of self-promoting with the tarot cards. Doing these generalized tarot card readings for people. On if this was a reading for you, follow, like, and share and claim the freaking reading. I get it. It's a way to get views on TikTok.
I've heard both sides of that. There are actually people out there that truly do care, and they actually do the card readings.
Yes.
Here within podcasts, on YouTube, TikTok.
Yes, I can see some practitioners. I'm going to say practitioners because
Yes.
some practitioners do end up doing it because they care. And they will make a blanket reading.
No, there's ones that there's a podcast that I listen to that she does yearly card readings for people.
Yes, but what I'm talking about on Witch Talk is the blanket reading that they give people.
Yeah. Yeah. On witch talk.
I've seen some other practitioners do blanket readings for people out of the metaphysical shops. And to each their own. And...
Wait, you're talking about like the promo type things? Because
no.
a lot of the occult metaphysical shops do have card readings.
No, like yes, I know they have card readings, but that's usually one-on-one.
Yeah.
But they don't end up like I've seen at one that was in when I used to live out of state. There was the practitioner there would pull everybody together in the shop and go, "This is your guys' tarot reading for the day."
And that's it's kind of a hard one to interpret.
But they'd be like, they would point at the person that they're like, yes, this card's talking about you. You need to be more decisive on, handling situations.
Yeah, I don't think I could be that broad with
A tarot reading, a card reading.
Neither one of us stick with just tarot. We also have our oracle cards. I probably have like 6 or 7 different decks between the
that's
two.
you. Have 6 or 7. I have Kelly, a Fairy Oracle, the Manga Tarot, and the Unicorn Tarot. I have 4.
Trying to remember which ones I have.
You have the Witches, the Vampires, the Roman Gypsy one. You also have the mini version of the Witches one that's on your to-go.
My travel altar.
Yes, your travel altar. You also have the Witches Oracle one.
There's also another oracle that I have.
Yeah.
I think it's like the Raven Blade or something like that.
Yeah. I think so. But...
Well, I know the vampire one is very wordy.
The vampire one makes you work for what they're telling you. Yeah. It makes you have to sit there and think on what it's saying. Not very straightforward, but very blunt.
Very blunt.
Very much so.
A very wordy blunt.
Well, vampires. You are one. You always have to have the last word. Or the last drop.
Good to the last drop.
What are we, Folgers? Or Maxwell House?
If that's what you want to call people.
Well, sometimes there are blood cattle.
Oh, hell.
Yes, I went there.
So how would you say your current life with magic is?
Forever changing and forever getting more and more interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't say it even better.
Well, recently, me and you have just started to forage.
That is fun.
It's really fun to get out there and just find...
Foraging in Southern California in the winter.
Not really as fun, but still fun.
At least we picked days that were actually kind of warm.
And then I almost nearly fell on my butt trying to chase after the baby ducks.
Yeah, disclaimer. We're definitely weirdos.
Well, you're a weirdo that's a little more put together. I'm
just a little bit more stable on my feet.
No, I'm not talking about just like on your feet. I'm full-blown klutz. Full-blown. But when I say that, I'm that alternative off weirdo. I'm that like off name brand that your mom tries to like, yeah, here, wear it. It looks exactly the same. Or was that just my childhood? But a lot of things have happened to where honestly, sometimes Vix, I think you're the only one that can deal with me.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're running out of time.
I hope you enjoyed the shenanigans and getting to know us just a little bit more.
Yeah, we are a bit crazy, but we are fun.
Does that make us a drug?
Maybe we're their own type of heroin.
Oh God, did you just Twilight me?
That's a copyright.
I'm talking about the stars. You know, the twilight of the morning.
I did know a stripper named Twilight, so.
I knew a stripper named Bridget the Midget.
Also copyright. Well, tune in next time.
Actually, no, because I know the one that is her name out of that movie that you're thinking of.
Horrible. Well, tune in next time for Random Witchcraft. I am Vix.
Au revoir. I am Kelly.
If you have any questions, concerns, any suggestions,
or anything you want to add,
you can reach us at randomwitchcraft@gmail.com. This is Random Witchcraft.
Au revoir.
I'll see you next time in 2 weeks.
Mm.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye
guys.
now.